Hey everybody, Mark Agnesi here in the back room of Norman's Rare Guitars. Welcome back. Another episode of Guitar of the Day, Flat Top Friday. I do like the Flat Top Fridays, I gotta say. One of my favorite days of the week. Speaking of which, the 300th episode guitar from, what was that, 2 weeks ago, Flat Top Friday, that 1880s Martin, that one just bit the dust. That one's gone. That was a cool guitar, man. It was old. Yeah. So old. So cool. Today I got another fun one. I haven't had one of these for you guys in a while. We were in storage. We pulled out some fun stuff over last weekend. I've been waiting for Flat Top Friday all week to show this to you guys. Come on back. See what we got. This is from 1952. This is an original Gibson SJ-200, original sunburst finish.
Oh my gosh.
That's the king of all flat tops right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a cracker, man. Let's talk 200s. We have done quite a few 200s throughout the course of the show, starting with the 38 Rosewood J200 that we did, which is kind of where this guitar starts, which is a rosewood back and sides jumbo guitar. They discontinued them once you kind of get to that banner era when the war started, and then they brought them back kind of post-war, but they were no longer rosewood. They had then gone to the flamed maple back and sides, which is how the model has shipped ever since. Really not many changes other than they kind of played with the depth of the body. This is a 52. By this point, it's almost 5 inches deep, which is which is like the biggest depth that they kind of did on these. What is the difference between an SJ-200 and a J200? Because you see them both ways. They are two different models. There's not much difference between them other than the pick guard, but I think it's around 55 is when they dropped the S and it just became the J200 through the remainder of the 50s and in through the 60s. The SJs, you'll notice on the pick guard, they have this outline that goes all the way around the perimeter of the guard. They dropped that outline off and then they kind of changed the pick guard material to a more kind of a swirly celluloid on the J200. So this is still an SJ, still has the open mustache bridge. That kind of changes once you get into the 60s. And I'm trying to think what the J's, I think really the only other change, like 59, I think they start going to Grovers. This still has the Clousons on it. But this is the king of the flat tops, man. This is the top of the line guitar, the big jumbo. You saw Elvis with them, you see Pete Townsend with them, you see all the big stars that played Gibson. You normally will see them with the J200 in the collection. This is kind of the show guitar, and it's just one of the best strummers that you'll ever see. They're cannons, man. These things just make a lot of noise. I don't think we're going to do any fingerstyle stuff today. We'll do kind of a single note kind of thing with the pick, and then we'll bang on it really hard, because that's where these things really shine. Why don't we go hit the couch, see what this guy can do. All right, we're out front. We have 1952 Gibson SJ-200 original sunburst finish. Let's start with some single note stuff. We'll hit it a little bit harder with the pick in just a few minutes. Start with the single notes there. Cool. These things are meant to be loud, man. Let's hit this thing hard. Let's see how it reacts here the way it was intended. Oh, yeah. Dude, you sunk my battleship. I know. It's a freaking cannon. This thing's from 1952. Original Gibson SJ-200, the king of the flat tops. Original sunburst finish, spruce top, flame maple back and sides, rosewood board and bridge, original case, just as clean as you could possibly want it to be. Pretty sweet. There's your Flat Top Friday. Follow me on Instagram, at Mark Agnesi. Follow the store at Norman's Rare Guitars. Check this and the rest of these guitars out online at normansrareguitars.com. One more, Jen. You got one more, I got one more. We got one more left for the week. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow for the final episode. I don't know. I make no promises. See you tomorrow. Peace.